Well, guys, we're back on the QNS, and the reason is, recently, myself, Angry, and Flanagan, as well as a couple others, got together and started talking about mods, and what mods we would like, and what mods we could potentially add. So we did that. Thank you to Angry for putting that all together, as well as Flanagan for helping out with that. We do have a mod pack listed in Angry server, and I may copy it over to my Discord server. Be linked to join my Discord server in the description. But it does mean that there are some changes on the QNS. First among them, you may notice there's a few more tracks here in a Bryson, and that's on purpose. This is part of the More Bryson Tracks mod. So I'm gonna get M6 going because we need to go see some of the other mods here. We got a crossover here to see the fueling track. And well, we need to go and see what other shenanigans we got up to with this mod pack. You'll be seeing this mod pack a lot more because we'll be actually live streaming with it more often than not. But I figured I haven't recorded too many videos in a while, so I need to get some content out for you guys. Don't worry, some real train content is coming as well, but I'm not going to spoil what that is. That's best left to wait and see. We've been testing this mod pack to make sure it works together. All the mods are publicly available that we will be using. I'll likely include in the description all of the mods that we are in fact using, and just to make things easier. And like I said, Angry has it listed in his Discord server, and I'll likely get that copied over to my Discord server as well. So as we move out of Bryson here, again, we got that crossover from the fueling track, which I really do like. That's pretty handy right there. You may notice, apart from the more tracks in the roundhouse, we actually have an extended track here on the west side of Bryson. That's because those are supposed to be like extended coach tracks, which is kind of helpful. And we are using a few of the map enhancer mods as well as the improved UI mod, telling us percentages, which is very helpful. Now, I will say in this video, we are likely not going to see every mod, and the reason for that is, well, there's a lot of them, and the QNS doesn't actually make use of all of them, because the QNS, as we all know, is primarily a Sylva to Robinson Gap Coal / Alarco Railroad. It doesn't go further west than that, and I don't plan on it going further west than that, especially now with these mods, because there's going to be a lot of traffic to handle just on the outset. So you may notice we're going down towards Appalachian Hardwoods, and that's because, yes, there have been some changes, because we do in fact have the West Bryson Industries mod. So now we have a lot more tracks to deal with down here, meaning Yard Job Bryson has a lot more traffic to deal with. So much so, we might actually need to procure another switcher for down here in Bryson. But as you can see, and I'm gonna let M6 coast here a little bit, we're gonna fly around. We have the crossover across the river. We got a bunch of stuff on the cliff here. I don't know what all these industries are, but they're here, and it's kind of neat to see. So, you know, we got some interesting switching puzzles over here, as well as a bigger yard over here. But we actually do have something a little bit further down. So as we go down the river here, you may notice that off in the distance, we do, in fact, have some cars sitting there. And folks, that's not an industry. That's the West Bryson interchange mod. That's right. The West Bryson interchange now has occurred, And, well, we have a bunch of cars there. But you may notice, if I hit tab here, all of these cars are for Robinson Gap coal. That's right, folks. Most of these cars are for Robinson Gap. There's some for Ella and Whittier. But most of them are, in fact, for Robinson Gap coal. Coal was the lifeblood of the QNS up until this point. It made us the most money. Well, now it's going to make us a lot more money. Alrighty. Get these handbrakes off. 794 tons. Let's get this moving. We got places to be. Luckily, those passenger trains are all AI'd. I'm just going to double check and make sure that the one going this way is okay. It ended up on the wrong track. Whoops. But we'll rectify that situation here. And as we could see, that was a very long... This is a very long cut of cars. It's 30 cars long. And you may notice that on the labels for Robinson Gap here, it has a few more tracks. Well, we'll see that here later in the video. Alrighty, now that we're back in the yard here, we're going to start slowing down. I don't know if this entire cut of cars is going to fit, but I do just kind of want to get it out of the way so that way I don't have to worry about it. We are going to make sure that this switch is thrown where it's supposed to be. Back for the main. In fact, I'm fairly certain this isn't going to fit in here, but we'll at least get it out of the way. Alright. Yeah, this isn't going to fit, but we'll put up... That'll be a future Midland problems. Well, that's what we'll file it under as. But in the meantime, we need to get up to Robinson Gap coal, and more specifically Alarka Junction, because there's a really kind of neat update to go on up there. So how about we jump up there, folks? Alrighty, folks, we got number 19 here. It's already up here with a empty hopper train because we had AI'd it up here to do that. So let's get it manual and then bail off the brakes and start getting it up the mountain here. Meanwhile, Sylva received a bunch of money. We like money here at the QNS. We got a decent amount of cars here. About 19 hoppers that we need to shove up the hill here. So 15 stop for Fusey, that's fine. We don't want to go too fast because this is a bit of a tight corner. Alright, so you may notice, first things first, that we're going to have to throw some switches here. The reason is we need to be lined through, so we're going to do that. But you also may notice, speaking of switches, there's a switch off here. Well, the one mod we have has all these storage tracks here. Just a whole bunch of storage tracks. And then as we get up here, you'll notice that there's actually more mining supply tracks. But last but not least, you can see it in the distance there. There's a lot more unloading tracks for empty hoppers. So, yeah. Robinson Gap Coal has expanded and is going to be a fair fun challenge to deal with all the traffic on the route here, because let's just say the QNS's roster is not exactly large, but we may need to move some stuff around, probably down to Bryson to deal with this amount of traffic. So I think we're gonna have to station another mic, because we have 2 mics down there already. We're gonna probably have to station a 3rd mic in Bryson pretty much permanently, to help deal with the increased amount of coal traffic we are going to have on this railroad. All right, we should be good enough. Start applying some air. Oh yeah, we're good enough. Anywhere there. And as that ticks over, that's kind of going to be it, what I show off for the update here at least. There will be more. You'll probably see more on the live streams here. But I did just want to get a video out for the members and everybody to kind of show off what's going on and some of the updates we have. So on that note, folks, thank you for joining for this update, and I hope to see you in the next one. Have a good one. Bye.